that though we have the deadline of the submission of outputs, I am always lenient with my students when it comes to submission since we are still in a blended learning modality. Okay, so there's nothing to worry about the deadline as long as you can upload your outputs. You can properly label it, especially when you upload your output, and make sure that your name on the group chat is the name that you are actually you're given by your parents as per birth certificate that you have submitted to the academe. So I hope that you are using your real name. Okay, so for tonight, actually the first two modules were simply on the history. I mean, it's more of facts about Japan, and the second one was about hiragana. So we will be learning more about hiragana tonight for module as per module module 3. Okay, so let me share with you the screen. Okay, so I have here the screen now. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the title of the PowerPoint here is foreign language. Okay, so may I present to you lesson 3 objectives very quickly. So at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to pronounce the following kana. I know you cannot read these yet, but let me read them for you. Ga, gi, gu, ge, go, za, ji, zu, ze, zo, pa, pi, pu, pe, po, ba, bi, bu, be, bo. Okay, so we have here the Dakuten and the Handakuten. Now, write words through dictation and translate hiragana into Romaji. Okay, wait a moment. Let me just turn off some of the microphones here, which are open. Mute ko muna. Okay. Let's start with the Jiko Shokai. Okay, so may Jiko Shokai po tayo dito. Okay, so when you say Jiko Shokai, it means self-introduction. So for beginning learners of Japanese, you need to learn at least how to introduce yourself, even in a very simple way. Okay, so let me share with you here the template of the self-introduction. You can take a screenshot of it if you want so that you can practice, because our next output will be Jiko Shokai. Okay. So this is our sample. Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Junri Superaro desu. 42 sai desu. Watashi wa, let's say I'm a student, so I'm first year, so I'll say ichinensei. Okay, for first year, how many of you here are first year? So if you're first year, you will say ichi for first, ni for second year, and sang for third year. Okay, so I know that some of you are 18 years old, so 18 means hasai is 18. Okay, maybe some of you here are 19, so Qsai 19. Niju sai. Okay, for 20, maybe some of you here are 21, so Niju isai. Okay, this is 21. I hope that there are no more 22. Okay, magdagdag pa ako ng isa. Niju nisai, baka may 22. Okay, so sa AIDS, ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay, so again, magsasample tayo, no? Sasampulan natin. So let's say that I am a student and I'm a first year student. So I would say, Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Junri Isupararo desu. In Japanese, we start with family name before first name. So sundin natin yung order nila. So unahin ko ng apelyido ko is Parar. So is Superaro. Is Superaro. So watashi no nama, hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa is Superaro Junri desu. Let's say I'm 18. So 8歳です。Watashi wa 1年生です。Watashi no shumi wa, so when you say watashi no shumi wa, it means your hobby. So halimbawa, nagluluto ako at saka I like sports. No? So I would say, watashi no shumi wa ryorito sportsu desu. Ijo desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay. So ito translate natin from top to bottom para malaman natin ano bang kahulugan nito. Okay? Are you raising your hand, Elmi? Okay, baka accidentally lang, unintentionally. Sige, hajimemashite means it's a greeting that you say for the first time. Pag nagkita na kayo dati ng taong ito, hindi na kailangan yung hajimemashite. Hajimemashite ay ginagamit lamang siya for the first time. If you meet someone for the first time, that's a time that you use hajimemashite. So hajimemashite, it's more of hello or nice meeting you, but there is no direct translation of hajimemashite. Okay, but this greeting is used when you meet the person for the first time. Watashi means I, namai means name. So no here is possessive. It shows possession. So pangalan ko, watashi no namae wa. So this is the expression to complete the sentence. So my name is Junri. My name is Esparar Junri. So watashi no namae wa is Superaro Junri desu. Sai means age. So 8歳です. I'm 18 years old, for example. Watashi wa, so I am first year student. So watashi wa 1年生 desu. Okay. Watashi no shumi wa, my hobbies are. Watashi no shumi wa ryori to sportsu desu. Ryori means cooking and sports. So watashi no shumi wa ryori to sportsu desu. Ijo desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So ijo desu means that's all. And yoroshiku onegai shimasu means nice meeting you. So it's more of thank you or please take good care of me. So again, there is no direct translation for this. Although the translation or maybe the direct translation of yoroshiku onegai shimasu is please take care of me. Please take good care of me. So parang ganun siya, okay? So again, I will introduce myself, listen very carefully, and maybe I will ask one or two students to introduce himself or herself. Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Superaro Junri desu. 8歳 desu. Watashi wa 1年生 desu. Watashi no shumi wa ryori to sportsu desu. Ijo desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay. So sinong gustong introduce? Okay, may I ask Relin? Yes?
Sir, I just want to ask what is watashi wa ano kay Chappy kay ang connection.
Watashi wa means I.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so may I ask one volunteer to complete the introduction here? So again, ulitin ko. Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Superaro Junri desu. 8歳 desu. Watashi wa 1年生 desu. Watashi no shumi wa ryori to sportsu desu. Ijo desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, so may I ask volunteers to please introduce yourself using this template that we have here. Sige, any volunteer? 37. Sige, sinong gustong mag-volunteer? Actually, if you don't want to speak right away, or like if you don't want to say it orally, you can just type your self-introduction in the chat box. Okay, that is also one way of participating. As I have mentioned, Hasai means 18, Kyusai 19, Nijusai means 20, Nijuisai means 21, Nijunisai is 22. Okay, so if you do not want to say your self-introduction orally, you can just raise your hand and introduce you. Type, or you can just type your self-introduction in the chat box. Okay, so while others are speaking or saying it orally, others can just type their self-introduction in the chat box. Again, that will be your participation for tonight. May I request Relin Grace Ibanez to please, yeah, you are, I think you're raising your hand. So please introduce yourself using our template. Sige nga, try natin.
Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae. Ay, excuse me, sir, is that okay if hindi ko magamit na ng Japanese kaya hindi ko ka ano, sir?
Yeah, you can say your name in the way you speak or you pronounce it.
Watashi no namae wa Ibanez Sterling Grace Desu ni Sai Desu.
Again. Des is not pronounced as desu. Again, the su in the end in the Japanese is actually not stressed. Hindi po siya sinistress. That's why we pronounce it as des. Des. May kaunting su pero hindi siya, we do not put stress on su. That's why we say des. Okay? Hindi po siya magandang pakinggan na desu. No, des po siya mag-pronounce, no? Words ending in su in Japanese is not pronounced as su. Okay? It's not stressed. So that's therefore we just say it as des. You can say des if you want to, but not su. Des. So watashi no namae wa Ibanez Relin des. Okay, so kahit des okay na, no? Do not pronounce the u there because parang ano tayo, no? Sobrang beginner natin no pag nag-pronounce tayo ng u in the end. So please observe the proper stressing. Sige po, let's start it again from the top. Sige, Relin, go ahead.
Hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa Ibanez Sterling Grace ni Sai Desu. Watashi wa Nejyusai Nancy Desu. Watashi no shomi wa reading, ano siya? Ay, sir?
Sige, go ahead. It's a hobby. Yeah, that's true. That's right.
Watashi no shomi wa reading to watching TVs and singing ano siya, sir?
Dalawa lang po ang ating dapat ilagay dito. Singing to, watching TV des, for example. This is to.
To.
To. Okay.
Watashi no shomi wa reading to watching TV ichu yorishiko, ano siya?
Onegai shimasu.
Onegai shimasu.
Okay,
sorry,
onegai shimasu. Actually, it's not, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Even if we commit mistakes, we are still learning the language for the first time. What is easy or what is maybe unique about Japanese is that we pronounce each syllable. Syllabic kasi sila, no? So we have to pronounce each syllable. Except siguro sa des at saka sa mas, no? We do not stress the su in the end. We just say mas, but the su is not stressed, okay? And again, if it is o, it's pronounced as o. So if this is to, so to, okay? So to. So very particular sila with the vowel sound. Okay. Again, I suppose you are, how old are you, Relin? Nansai desu ka? How old are you, Relin?
Nejyusai.
In English?
20.
20. So, niju. Tama, nijusai. So, nijusai desu. Okay. And then, anong ano kayo? Nannensei desu ka? What year? Nannensei desu ka?
Ni.
Ni. Okay, ni. Second year. Tama. Sige, thank you. So, okay. So dapat ang introduction ay ni jusai desu. So, watashi no namae wa Ibanez Relin desu. Okay. So, gusto kong ulitin from the top using Relin as an example. So, she said she likes reading and watching TV. Okay? So, hajimemashite, watashi no namae wa Ibanez Relin desu. Ni jusai desu. Okay, may bata pa yata kasali ngayon. No? I didn't expect na may 1-year-old tayo nakasama. Wait a moment, need to turn off some of your... Okay, dami naka-on na mic. Okay, wait a moment. Sige. So, watashi no namae wa Ibanez Relin desu. Ni jusai desu. Watashi wa 2年生です. Watashi no shumi wa reading to watching TV です。以上です。よろしくお願いします。お願いします。お願いします。お願いします。お願いします。Okay. So, nensei, pero pag magkasabay kasi yung magkasabay yung dalawang vowel, maring ipag na lang siya, no? Nensei, no? Nensei, nannensei. So, ni nensei. Parang ganun siya. Okay? So may I ask, thank you so much, Redlyn, for sharing. I really appreciate that. Who else? Okay, meron tayong nagsumulat sa chat box. Tingnan ko lang yung chat box. Ayan. Thank you so much, Leia Nessa de Jesus. Hajimemashite, watashi no namae wa de Jesus Leia Nessa desu. 21歳ですな、dapat may des sa dulo. Watashi wa 2年生です。Watashi no shumi wa watching drama to gardening desu. Ijo desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Very good. I think it's almost perfect. Thank you so much, Leia Nessa, for writing your self-introduction in the chat box. Before I forget, before we move on to the next activity, itong self-introduction na to ay this will be done in 2 weeks. No? I hope you can create your own self-introduction in 2 weeks. It's a creative self-introduction. So bahala kayong gumawa ng sarili ninyong video on this. Pwedeng audio, pwede ring video. No? Kasi alam ko naman na baka yung iba mahihirapang mag-video. You can create an audio self-introduction. Pero I would prefer the video self-introduction because I want to see your first your facial expression, the way you pronounce words. So that would be very important. Pero pag hindi kakayanin yung yung video, you can just have your audio self-introduction. Okay? So this will be submitted in the 2nd week of April, before the midterm exam. No? Kasi after the 6th module, magbibigay akong midterm exam. Okay? Then after the midterm, we will have the finals na, your portfolio. Okay? Again, hajimemashite means hello. It could be nice meeting you. So again, there's no direct translation of this expression, but this is only used once. Pag nagamit mo na ito sa isang tao, hindi na pwedeng gamitin. No, sa ibang tao na naman. No? So, hajimemashite, watashi no means my name. No, watashi no namae, my name. Watashi no namae wa nani-nani desu. No? Pag sinabi kong nani-nani means blank. No? Blah, blah, blah desu. No? Sai desu means sai is age. So, pag sinabi hasai desu means I'm 18 years old. Watashi wa 2年生です. So I am 2nd year. No? So nensei means grade, no particular grade in school. And watashi no shumi wa my hobby. No? So reading, to, dancing, for example, des. Yung to po ay and. Ang ibig sabihin po nito ay and. No? At, no and. Ijo des means that's all. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu means please take good care of me. So that's a direct translation of direct translation of the statement. Okay. Now, okay, ito yung sample natin. Meron tayong sample dito. Na please take a look at the sample. Hajimimashite, watashi no namae wa Takano Ichiro desu. Okay, next. 21歳です。私は2年生です。私の趣味は料理とダンスです。以上です。よろしくお願いします。Okay. So, pwedeng ganito yung etsura ng self-intro mo tapos may maliit na video sa gilid, no? Or pwede namang video and then sa ilalim yung text. Okay, so it's up to you. I know you're really good at video editing and creating your own self-introduction. This will be submitted before the midterm exam. Maybe magmi-midterm tayo mid-April, no? So deadline of this will be second week of April. Okay, so I will be posting the rubrics in the preparation for your self-introduction in the chat, in the GC Messenger group chat, okay, as well as the rubrics, how you will be rated with this particular performance task. Okay, let me present to you the hiragana once again, and I chose the hiragana with Roma G, so that it would be easy for us to read. So please follow or repeat after me. Maybe while your microphones are muted, pwede kayong sumunod, sumabay, no, na nakamute yung para wag po tayong magkagulo, no? A, I, U, E, O, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko, Sa, Shi, Su, Se, So, Ta, Chi, Tsu, Te, To, Na, Ni, Nu, Ne, No, Ha, Hi, Fu, He, Ho, Ma, Mi, Mu, Me, Mo, Ya, Yu, Yo, Ra, Ri, Ru, Re, Ro, Wa, O, N. Okay, may I ask a volunteer to please read from top to bottom and right to left? Any volunteer? You may raise your hand if you want to answer, if you want to participate. Okay, may mga sagot dito from Carla. Okay, James. Sige, James. Let's hear it from James. Sige, James Keith. Please open your mic.
A, I, U, E, O. Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. Sa, Shi, Su, Se, So. Ta, Chi, Tsu, Te, To. Na, Ni, Nu, Ne, No. Ha, Hi, Fu, He, Ho. Ma, Mi, Mu, Me, Mo. Ya, Yu, Yo. Ra, Ri, Ru, Re, Ro. Re, Ro. Wa,
Okay, thank you so much, James. Actually, you have noticed that with the fu, meron tayong hu at saka fu. Ang ibig sabihin po noon na pagsasamahin natin yung tunog. No? Hindi po siya magtutunog na hu. Hu siya na parang fu. No? So magiging fu, fu. So parang ganun yung sound niya. Ha, hi, fu, he, ho. Ha, hi, fu, he, ho. So parang tunog na hu na may fu. So fu, fu. Parang ganun yung tunog niya. Okay? Kung inyo napapansin sa ilalim, meron tayo ditong iba pang tunog gaya ng ko. Ang ko pwede ring gagi, gu, gego. No? Kapag dinagyan natin ng dakuten. No? Yung ten na dakuten. No? May dalawang parang ano ba yun? Parang hindi apostrophe. Parang open quotation mark. No? So nagiging voiced na ang ko. No? Magiging ga, gi, gu, ge, go. Sa ilalim naman yung so, kung inyo napapansin, pag nilagyan natin ng dakuten na dalawang ten, magiging ano siya, magiging voiced na din siya. Imbes na sa, magiging za. Za, ji, zu, de, do. No? So magiging ganun siya. At saka yung ho natin, pag nilagyan natin ng handa ng dakuten, magiging ba, di bu be bo. Pag nilagyan natin ng handakuten, no, parang circle na maliit, nagiging papi pu pepo. So this is what we are going to learn actually today. No? Paano ba nag-iiba ang tunog ng kana kapag nilagyan natin ng dakuten or ng handakuten? Okay? So let's learn more about hiragana. So ito yung ano natin, no? Review lang po. Who can read? Kaya ba natin basahin to? Who can read? Who can volunteer to read it? If you're familiar already with hiragana, sinong gustong magbasa? Let's see nga. Any volunteer? The first letter po ay wa. Okay, wait a moment. I'll just pick up this call, ha? Okay, practice. Okay, so who wants to try? First kana po from, okay, babasahin natin siyang from, sige, dito tayo sa kabila, sa right to left, no, para maano natin yung Japanese orientation. The first kana here is read as ha. Okay, so yung pinaka-right po ay ha. Sinong gustong magbasa ng next column hanggang sa dulo? Ha? Did you study the hiragana? Pinag-aralan ba natin yung hiragana table? Ha, ma. Okay, who wants to volunteer? Ha and then ma. Who wants to volunteer? Anyone? Sige nga. Sige, try ko. Ha, ma, ya, ra, wa. Okay, so these are the, okay. So next, how about this one? Sinong gustong magbasa? Again, from right to left po tayo. Right to left. Okay, who wants to try? Ito lalabas to sa exam natin. Mahihirapan kapag hindi mo to ma-memorize. So you have to memorize the tunog, no? How you pronounce the every kana. Sige, how do you read this? Hani, sige, Hani Lin. Please unmute your mic.
Okay, sir. E, ki,
Ki. Oh, sige.
shi, chi.
Okay, very good. Great, good job. Thank you, Hanilin. You did it right. Correctly. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so we have the next who wants to volunteer. Okay. Sinong gustong magbasa? I think Hanilin already memorized it, no? Kasi nagtataas na siya ng kamay. Sige, who wants to try?
Frank.
Sige, who's raising his or her hand? Okay, only Hanilin. Sige, sige. Let's...
Sir.
Sige, Franco. Sige, Franco. Go ahead. Franco.
Sige, sir. U, ku, su, nu.
Okay, nu.
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 Sorry. I think, yeah, tama. This is nu. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, next.
Sir, pa-mute ko, sir. Kaya awang ko di-mute.
Sige, sige, sige. Who else would like to read? Try lang natin to. Okay. Sige, Hanilin, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Try ko lang, sir. Base mo sa laakon
Yeah, go ahead.
translation.
No problem.
Te, ne, he, me, re.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Okay, thank
Okay,
you,
sir.
Hanilin.
Thank you.
Okay, good job. Okay, next. What about this one? Okay, Pamela is raising her hand. Sige, Pamela, go ahead.
Wait lang, sir.
Oh, okay, the first is O. from here, from the right. Go
O,
ahead. Mm-hmm.
ku,
Ko.
ho, so, tu,
To.
to, no.
Okay, very good. That's great. Okay, what about this below? Anyone? Sige. I'll give you this as your assignment to memorize every, pronouncing every kana, because in your activity, in your performance task, you have read them already. So I'm expecting that you have mastered already, you have memorized it. At least you get familiar with the strokes and how it is written so that you would be able to pronounce it. At least it would be nice if all of you could really memorize every kana. Okay? So try natin yan next time. So again, a, ka, sa, ta, na. Okay? Next would be e, ke, se, te, ne. We have the ho, mo, yo, ro, n. Okay. And we also have the he here. He, mi, ri. U, ku, su, tsu, nu. Okay? So let's take a look at Dakuten and Handakuten. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina. Paano ba natin matutukoy na voiced ang ating kana na binabasa? Kapag meron siyang Dakuten o di kaya'y Handakuten. Okay? Mag-iiba yung tunog niya. So halimbawa, ito. Di ba ki at saka hi? Pero pag nilagyan natin ng Dakuten, yung parang dalawang, parang open quotation mark, pag nilagyan natin ng Dakuten, ang tunog nito ay magiging gi na siya. So imbes na ki, magiging gi. At pag nilagyan natin ng Handakuten, yung parang maliit na circle, ang tunog ay magiging, ang hi ay magiging pi. Okay? So gi, pi. Magiging ganun yung tunog niya. Okay? So that is Dakuten. This one is Handakuten. Again, if we put this symbol on top, on the upper right side of the kana, the sound becomes voiced. Okay? Again, yung ki magiging gi, yung hi magiging pi. Okay? Let's take a look at another example here. So this is how we write it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So yun yung how to write it. Now there are 6 strokes, no? Pero pag nagbilang tayo ilang beses, so we have ichi, ni, sang, yong, go, rok. So there are 6 strokes, no? In writing gi. Okay. Ito naman, ilang strokes siya? Ichi, ni. So dalawang strokes siya. Okay? So tingnan natin to. Ilang strokes? Ichi, ni, sang, yong, go. So there are 5 strokes, no? Kita natin. Ichi, ni, sang, yong. So parang ganun siya. So try nga natin isulat dito. Ewan ko lang kung kaya kong isulat ito dito. Try natin ha. Spotlight. Okay. Yung pen. So 1, ichi, ni, nagbabanish pala siya. Wait a moment. Yung spotlight kaya. I can't. Okay. Nagbabanish pala siya. But nevertheless, ito yung draw pala. Ito yung draw. Sige. Ichi, ni, sang, yong, go. Paano to babasahin? This is, di ba originally, pag walang dakuten, paano to babasahin? This is ha. Okay? Paglagyan natin ng dakuten yung ha, okay, lagyan natin ng dakuten, magiging, ano na siya? Magiging ba. Okay? Lagyan natin siya ng handakuten, magiging
Pa.
okay, very good. That's it, no? Nagbabago-bago siya kapag nilalagyan natin ng ang tawag dito actually is tawag dito yung sa stressing, no? Either 10-10 or dakuten or handakuten yung ilalagay natin. Okay, thank you. Now, let's wait a moment. Sige. Let's continue. Sige. Next would be sige. Ita-try natin. Let's continue. So ito, there are also like pattern on how to draw this. Ichi, ni, sang, yong, go. So there are five strokes. When we count in Japanese, we do this. We do this actually. No? Ichi, ni, kasi ichi is one. So ichi, ni, sang, yong, go. Okay? And then roku, nana, hachi, kyu, ju. No? So yun yung pagbibilang sa Japanese. So when we make strokes here, gamitin natin yung counter natin in Japanese, no? So that at least we can feel the Japanese way of saying numbers. So try nating isusulat ito. So this is start tayo with ichi, ni, sang, yong, go. No? And then babasahin natin itong this one is za. Za. No? Voiced sound na siya. Voiced kana. Sa or za. Okay? So meron tayo ditong table ng ga, ng za, ng pa, at ng ba. No? Pero hindi po lahat ay may tunog na z. No? Kasi pag babasahin natin, yung first column natin, let's start from ba, no? Top to bottom. Ba, bi, bu, be, bo, pa, pi, pu, pe, po, za, ji, zu, de, do, ga, gi, gu, ge, go. Okay? So again, try natin itong basahin. Ito yung medyo tricky sa bahaging ito. Tricky ito. Kasi ito, ba, bi, bu, be, bo. Pa, pi, pu, pe, po. Za, ji. G po ito na ganito pag nagbabasa tayo. Parang ganito yung tunog niya. G. This one is zu. And then this one is de. And this one is do. Okay. So de, zo, do. Okay. Ze, a. Okay. De, do. Okay. Tama ba?
So,
okay.
original, sir?
Sorry. I think I made a mistake. Ito pala ay dapat ze. Sorry. Ito lang siya yung Z. Sorry. I made a mistake. Ito pala ay should have been. This one is zu. Okay, sorry. This one is zu. This one is za. Za. Za, ji, zu. Sorry. This one supposedly is ze. And this one is zo. Tama. Yun pala siya dapat. Okay? So, that's it. And this one is ga, gi, gu, ge, go. Okay? So may I request maybe someone to read it. Okay, delete lang natin ha. Wait a moment. Para at least wala tayong dito. So let's just delete these. Okay, any volunteer? Okay, let's have it. Let's try Carla. Sige, Carla. From ba. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Ba, bi, bu, be, bo. Sakto, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. Sige.
Pa, pi, pu, pe, po. Za, ji, zu, ze, zo. Ga, gi, gu, ge, go.
Okay, pwede mabalikan natin yung za. Za, G. Yung may ganon G yon G. So za, G, zu, zezo. Okay, again, go ahead.
Za, ji, zu, ze, zo.
Okay, thank you. May tanong po ba tayo dito? Do we have question?
None, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's proceed to the next. Okay, delete lang natin itong. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. So ito yung explanation dito. Dakuten or 10-10. Ito yung dalawang 10-10. Kaya tinatawag siyang 10-10. So kasi yung dakuten 10-10 is used with Japanese kana to mark a consonant as voiced. Kapag voiced yung consonant, nilalagyan natin ng dakuten or 10-10, no, in short. While handakuten is a diacritic used with the kana, or a diacritic used with the kana for syllables starting with H to indicate that they should instead be pronounced with the P sound. No? Kaya naglagay tayong maliit na circle. Ang tawag po doon ay handakuten. Yung dalawang quit, no, na parang open quotation mark, tawag doon ay 10-10 or handakuten. Okay, please remember the terms. Okay, so may sample tayo dito. Ga ka. Okay, yung ga ka ba voiced or unvoiced? Okay, yes, Fini. Ga ka ba is voiced or unvoiced ang ga? Okay, actually ga is voiced, no? So pag sinabing ga ka means painter. Someone na nagpipaint. Megane means eyeglasses, no? Ginka is a coin, no? Specifically pag ginka, it's a coin. And then kaze is wind. Chizu means map. Dengwa is telephone. Okay? So gaka, megane, ginka, kaze, chizu, dengwa. Okay? Pag nagpa-picture tayo, iba naman yung chizu. Okay. Chizu. No, say cheese. No? Ito ay chizu. No, chizu means map. Okay? So let's continue. Sinong gustong magbasa? May I ask volunteers to read the words here? Sige nga. Ray Clarence, go ahead. Sige, Ray Clarence.
Geta, Gohan, Ringo, Inpetsu, Tempura, Sanpu.
Okay.
Sakto, sir.
Impitsu.
Inpetsu.
Actually, yung N
Sakto, sir.
dito, yeah, almost correct. Actually, yung N dito, yung tunog na di ba? Pero pag nilagay na natin siya sa okay, wait a moment. Okay, hello. I'm sorry. Again, gaya ng sinabi ko po kanina, yung N dito, ang tunog nito ay ginagamit po siya when we are creating a sound with when we are creating a sound na sound. Okay? Pag sound yung ginagamit natin. And then, okay, pero yung tunog niya po ay hindi siya N. Parang pag pinakinggan natin, parang M parang M yung tunog, no? Halimbawa, M-pitsu. Na instead of saying N-pitsu, magiging M-pitsu. M-pitsu. Tempura. Kaya nga yung tempura, spelled siya na parang tempura. But when you pronounce it, nagiging tempura. Okay, nagiging M na po siya. Tempura. Okay? Ang sanpo, imbes na sanpo, nagiging sampo. No? Sampo. Okay? So yung gohan, of course, hindi siya giging goham. Gohan talaga siya. Sound. Ringo din, nagiging ringo din siya. But there are words na kung gagamitan natin ng sound, ang nagiging M kung pakinggan natin. Kombawa, no? Yung konbanwa, if you spell it in Romaji, konbanwa, but if you pronounce it kombawa, no, that means good evening. Sampo, imbes na sanpo, sampo, no? Tempura, imbes na tempura, tempura. Okay? And then imbes na en-pitso, m-pitso. Okay? So may I ask again, sino yung nagbasa kanina? Pwedeng paulit. Sige, sige. Paulit po.
Quiet, everyone. Keep asleep.
Liwat, sir.
Yes.
Liwat, sir, liwat.
Okay. Yeah. Please read.
Geta, Gohan, Rengo, Inpitsu,
Ringo.
Ringo, Inpitsu,
M-pitsu.
Tempura,
M-pitsu.
Inpitsu,
Mhm.
sir, Inpitsu, Tempura,
Tem.
Sanpu.
Tempura.
Tempura, Sanpu. Okay, sir?
Sampo.
Sampo.
Okay, sampo. Okay, thank you so much. Sige po. Thank you. Thank you for volunteering. Okay. Okay, so we have geta. Geta, ito yung wooden sleepers na ginagamit ng mga Hapon when they are wearing their kimono, no? Alam ko you're familiar with kimono, maybe nakakita na kayo ng kimono. So, if they wear kimono, yung geta yung ginagamit nila na slippers nila,
Amo na
no?
siya, sir, ang bakya, sir?
Oo, parang bakya. So actually, I also bought a pair of geta, no? Wooden slippers siya, worn by Japanese when they wear kimono. So Gohan, rice, Ringo means it's apple, Empitsu means pencil, tempura, just, fried, fried, it could be fried. Ito ebi tempura, no? Ano siya, shrimp or tawag dito, prawn, no? Pero yung tempura naman, it's not only prawn or shrimp, no? Pwede namang may tempura na vegetables, no? Minsan nga may eggplant na tempura sila, may iba't ibang klase ng tempura, no? Tempura. So it's tempura, it's more of the manner of cooking, not the specific ingredient na, not the main ingredient na ginagamit. Na halimbawa, ebi tempura, naso tempura, no? So the different types of tempura. Sampo means walk. No? Sampo shimasu means walking. Okay? So we have here some words to learn. Pag sinabing kodamono means fruit, mado, window, kabang means bag, gaikokujin means foreigner. So pag may pumunta ditong Hapon, tawag natin sa Japanese gaikokujin. Pag may Amerikano na pumunta, tawag natin sa kanila gaikokujin. Pag tayo yung pumunta sa ibang bansa, tawag sa nila sa atin ay gaikokujin. Tayo naman yung gaikokujin. Kagako means chemistry and ginko means bank. Okay? So ebi, ganun sinabi ko kanina, shrimp, shimbun, newspaper, kabe, wall of the house, obon, tray, migi, right. So ito yung right, migi. This is my right hand, no, migi. Hige. Hige means beard. No? Hige. Okay? Kazan means volcano and mizu means water. So kung gusto mong iminom ng tubig, sabihin lang umisu kudasai. So umizu kudasai means water please, no? Umizu kudasai. Okay? So Okay, so ito yung first part ng ating lesson. And let me share the second part. No? Although we don't have much time left kasi we have to end at 12. I mean at 7. Pero mabilisan lang. Gusto kong i-share ito so that when you answer the, anong tawag dito, yung inyong module, hindi na kayo mahihirapan kasi you have already learned a bit na of our lesson during the synchronous discussion. So let me share with you my screen. So ito yung ating second lesson, and our objectives for this lesson: pronounce and write words with following kana: kya, kyu, kyo, hya, hyu, hyo, and other similar patterns which are written with 2 or more kana but are pronounced as one mora. So alamin natin ano yung kana at ano naman yung mora. Mga alamin natin yan. Pangalawa is, kanina natutuhan natin yung dakuten at handakuten. Please remember that. Ngayon naman, mora at saka yung kana. Pronounce and write words with double consonant sounds as indicated by the small ts preceding the kana containing the consonant sound, and translate hiragana into romaji and vice versa. Okay? Ganang sinabi ko kanina, pag sinabi nating romaji, ito po yung Roman alphabet. No? Pag sinabi natin kana, yun yung pinakita ko kanang sample. Itong kya, kyu, kyo, hya, hyu, hyo, ito po ay mga kana. No? So try natin. Okay? Ito yung mga kana. No? Kya, kyu, kyo, hya, hyu, hyo. Pero pag tinignan natin, hindi siya, kakaiba siya. Bakit siya kakaiba? Kasi pag tinignan natin, dalawang characters pero isang sound. No? For example, ito. Okay, tuturo natin para mas madali ninyong ma-relate kayo. So, halimbawa, this one, okay? So, isa siyang tunog lang, cha. Okay, cha. Ito naman, chu. Okay, isang tunog. And then, cho. Okay, isang tunog. Ito naman, hya, hyu, hyo, hyo. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang characters, pero isang tunog. Naalamin natin bakit nagkaganon siya. Okay? So, let's proceed to the next part. Okay? So, tsu. Ito yung tunog ng tsu. So, give me the Romaji equivalent of the following words. So, tingnan natin kung kaya nating ibigay ang Romaji equivalent dito. Okay, ito yung mga clues natin. Ito ay sushi. Okay, so tingnan natin yung ikalawa.
Sushi.
Can you tell me what word this is? Korewa nan desu ka? Ito siya.
Tempura, sir.
This, Ringo. Very good. Ringo. Ayan, Ringo. Ringo means apple. Ayan, very good. Next, ito. Okay, ito yung kaniyang, ito yung kaniyang clue. Okay, akatsang gaimasu ne.
Kaban.
Kabang. Very
Kabang.
good. Kabang. We pronounce this at kabang. Kabang.
Kabang.
Okay, kabang.
Okay, sir.
Actually, some words, especially ending with n sound, dapat binabasa siyang parang ng yung dulo, no? Kaya nga kabang ang pagbabasa, no? Means bag. Ito. Anong salita to? This is the magbibigay ako ng clue. Ano ba yung clue natin? Ito yung clue natin. What is this word?
Kasa, sir.
Pasa.
Okay, very good. Ang salita ay kasa. Okay, I think you can already perfect the midterm exam. Kasi yung mga midterm exam, parang ganito lang siya kasimple. Na magbibigay lang ako ng salita na may ganyan. So there will be few questions about grammar. Kung maabutan natin yung grammar, otherwise ito lang siya, no? Very simple lang siya. Okay, next. Ito. And the clue is this. Ano to? Okay, ito ay saru. Saru. Saru means monkey. Okay? Saru. Okay? So, meron tayong mga salitang double consonants yung tunog, no? Kaya pag binabasa natin, may maliit na ts. Pag sinabi natin may maliit na ts, magpo-prolong tayo ng konti ng sound. Halimbawa, gaki, kekkong, rakkasang, sakka, hassen, asatte. So parang ganun yung tunog. Okay? So I want you to listen very carefully because I will ask someone to read these words. Again, gaki, kekkong, rakkasang, sakka, hassen, asatte. Okay, who can read the words? Sinong gustong magbasa? Sige, try natin si Jewel May. Sige, Jewel May, please unmute your mic.
Gaki, kekkon, rakkasan, sakka, hassen, hasatte, hasatte,
Asatte, asatte,
asatte,
asatte. Asatte. Okay, asatte. Asatte means a day after tomorrow. So ano ba yung asatte sa atin? That will be Sunday.
Overmorrow.
Sunday. Na Sunday is asatte. Pag sinabi kong asatte wa nanyobi desu ka? So sagot ay nichiyobi desu. So nichiyobi means Sunday, no? Nichiyobi desu. So again, gaki, kikong, para siyang NG, no? Rakkasang, no? Parang NG yung dulo. Sakka, hassen, asatte. Okay? So please take note of this word. Take note of this word. So ito yung hiragana. Ito naman yung Roma G. Of course, we have the English equivalent, no? So ito ay gaki, kekkong, rakkasang, sakka, hassen, asatte. Okay? So kung nyo napapansin, paano nire-represent ang inuulit na consonant? Nire-represent siya sa pamamagitan ng maliit na ts. No? Yung pag sinabi nating maliit na ts, ibig sabihin, habaan natin ang tunog ng consonant sound na yan kasi double consonant siya. Ganang gaki, no? Kekkong, rakkasang, sakka, hassen, asatte. Okay? At doon siya nilalagay yung maliit na ts before the consonant being repeated. Okay? So ganun din yun sa ito, no? Sa words with two or more, kana pronounced as one mora. Okay? So may two or more kana pero pronounced as one mora. No, halimbawa, ito yung hiragana, Roma G at saka yung English. Umpisa natin sa kengbikyo. Kengbikyo. Kingyo. Kingyo. Okay? Ningyo. Ningyo. Bijutsukan. Bijutsukan. Jisho. Untenshu. Untenshu. Again from the top. Kenbikyo. Kingyo. Ningyo. Bijutsukan. Jisho. Untenshu. Okay? So may I ask volunteers to read? Just one volunteer. Sige, James, please read. Okay, sige po. Go ahead, James. Let's try on Nicole. Sige, Nicole.
Okay. Kingbikyo, kingyo, ningyo, and ningyo. Pajokskan, chakto, jish, antensyo.
Okay. Pag may OU po tayo, OU, ibig sabihin po prolonged sound ng syllable. Example, kengbikyo. Kengbikyo. Kingyo. Pag walang U sa dulo, pag walang kasi yung role kasi ng yung role ng U, kapag pinag-ugnay natin siya sa O, pinoprolong natin ang sound ng O. Pag may kasamang U si O, ibig sabihin i-prolong natin yung sound. Halimbawa, Kengbikyo. Okay? Kingyo. No, wala siyang prolong. Ningyo. Bijutskang. Jisho. Untenshu. Okay? May sige. Try natin si Rhea. Rhea, please read. Sige, Rhea.
Kingbikyo. Kingyo. Ningyo. Bijukkang. Jeshu.
Untenshu. Sige, sige. Thank you so much, Rhea. I think that's better, no? Bijutskang. 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 Bijutskang means art museum. So, Kingbikyo, Kingyo, Ningyo, Bijutskang, Jisho, Untenshu. Okay? Titingnan natin yung mga salitang sabi dito, more with 2 or more kana pronounced as 1 mora. Okay? Pag tiningnan natin dito, pag nagbibilang tayo ng kana, every sound po 'yon ay isang kana, no? 'Di ba? Ang tunog ng ng kana ay bawat syllable. So sa Kengbikyo, ilang kana ito? 'Di ba? Ke, bi, ki, yo, u. So may ilang kana? Meron tayong 6 na kana. Pero ilang tunog lang siya? Ke, bi, kyo. So ilang tunog lang siya? Kyo, u. So kukonti na lang yung tunog, no? Kukonti na lang yung tunog kasi ke, bi, kyo, u. So which means na yung salitang kengbikyo, meron siyang ilang kana lahat. Ke, bi, ki, yo, u. So meron siyang 6, no? 6 na kana. So there are 6 kana. Wait a moment. Bibilangin natin para hindi tayo try natin siyang bilangin. So ito'y 1 kana. 1, 2, ichinisang, yong, go, roku. So may ilang kana? Meron tayong 6 na kana. Pero ilang tunog lang siya pag pinapakinggan natin, no? Tingnan natin kung ilang tunog lang siya. Okay?
3.
Try natin yung tunog, no? Try natin yung tunog. Ke. So 2 tunog, 'di ba? So 2 mora. Bi, 3 mora. Kyo, ilang tunog? 1. U, ilang tunog? So 5. So in short, ang salitang Kengbikyo, meron siyang 5 mora, pero meron siyang 6 na kana. Okay? Tingnan natin yung pangalawa. Ang salitang Kingyo. Ilang kana siya? 1, ichi, ni, sang, sang, yong. So meron siyang 4 kana.
May
Ilang tunog siya? Okay, tingnan natin yung tunog niya.
3 mora.
Ki-gyo. So meron siyang 3 tunog. So ibig sabihin, 4 na kana, pero ang mora, 3 lang. Okay? What about ningyo? Ilang kana siya?
5.
Okay, so let's see. Let's check. Tingnan natin kung ilang kana. Ichi, ni, sang, gyo, go. Sorry. Yong, go. So meron siyang 5 kana. Ilang tunog? Ni, ing, gyo, u. Meron silang ilang tunog? Ni, ing, gyo, u. So there are 4 sounds. So pag pinag-uusapan natin dito ay ang tunog, pinag-uusapan natin ay mora. If we are talking about the character, we're talking about the kana. Na? So I know that it applies all throughout. So the same rule, no, as it applies all throughout. So yun yung pag-distinguish natin ng kana and then ng mora. Okay? So wait a moment. Okay. Let's proceed. Alas 7 o'clock na. So mabilisan na lang ito. No? Let me just run you through with the, okay. Nasalitang kikong, no, is spelled kikong in Romaji. So the first K there is represented by the small tsu. Kaya nga, kong, kekong, no, kekong. So yung unang ano dito, yung unang K ay represented by maliit na, ayan, kikong. Yung K doon represented by maliit na tsu. Okay? Now, sa haseng, it is spelled hasen in Romaji. The first S is represented by the small tsu. Okay? Yun. So again, the double consonant sounds are indicated by a small tsu preceding the kana containing the consonant sound. And this tsu means that the following consonant is to be given the 2-syllable duration. Parang nakadalawang syllable na siya. Okay? So parang kagaya nito. Ka, sa, ta, pa. Ayan, no? Parang ano siya. Poprolong yung sound natin. And then so on and so forth. No? Ki, shi, chi, pi, and then ku, su, tsu, pu. Okay? Or po, rather. Okay. Ayan. So, pag tinignan natin ito, no? Chu-usha. Chu-usha. So, unang ano dito, meron siyang limang, there are 5 kana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 kana. Pero ilang mura lang siya? Chu, isang mura. U, dalawang mura. Siya, ilang mora?
3.
Okay, 3 mora. 3 mora. Ayan, no? Chu-usha. Chu-usha. So, 5 kana, 3 mora. Okay. What about shashing? Ilang kana ang shashing?
4.
Okay, 4 kana. Ilang mora?
2.
3, no?
At
Sha, shi, shi, So, meron siyang 3 mora, no? 3 tunog or sound. What about chuun, gyuunyu? Ilang mora, ilang kana? 1,
6.
okay, 6 kana. Ilang mora? Gyuun, gyuu, nyu. Okay, 4. 4, that's right. 1. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, 4 na mora. Okay, so I hope you get the hang already of the mora and the kana. Okay, so clear the drawings. Okay, alam na ba natin yung mora and kana? I hope so. So, kyo represents 1 mora yung kyo. Okay. And then, 1 mora yan with 2 kana, ki and yo. Okay. So, in such case, the ya, yu, yo are written small in the manner shown below. So, maano lang naman natin, daling matukoy na 1 mora yan. Kapag maliit ang size ng kana, nakatabi ng isang malaking kana, ibig sabihin isang tunog lang siya. No? Kagaya nito, 'di ba? Yung size ng kana ay malaki, dapat maliit ito, no? Kung malaki ito tapos maliit ito, ibig sabihin magkatambal ang tunog doon, no? Magsasanib ang tunog nila. Malaki and maliit, no, magsasanib yung tunog nila. No, ito ay chu, sha, gyu. This one is sha and this one is new. Okay? So yun yung ano niya. Okay? So let's continue. Try natin. Okay. mabilisan lang. Dapat rensyo na to no? Okay, so ito yung mga ano natin, pagpapraktisan. So that would be all for our discussion for today. If you have some questions, you can still ask questions through our